riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail.
Something about trains, right?
Yeah.
It's just awesome. And we've got a great one right here with the OC&T Railroad. Todd joins us this morning. He's going to tell us everything that's going on with the OC&T. But first, Todd, tell us a little bit about yourself. And good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Todd Crago. I live in Guys Mills, and I work down here in the Titusville Railroad. I'm the onboard educational supervisor.
But as you were explaining to us, it's a little more than that, isn't it?
It is a little more than that. When the train runs, I'm on board making sure the people are safe and learning about the Oil Creek Park and the Drake Well Museum, stuff like that. Supervise the volunteers that come on. And then when the train's not running, I do maintenance. I'm restoring some train cars right now and
Really?
working on that.
How long have you been doing this?
A little over a year.
Wow.
Oh,
So
okay.
what's your background? I mean, is this something you've always had an interest in? Or
So who doesn't love trains, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, I've loved trains, but
Did you collect any?
I collected a few trains
Okay.
here and there. But my background is actually in project management and software. So
Wow.
I had some time free up and decided to come down and do this instead.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what's it been like for you to be a part of this?
Fun. That's the big. I have a ball with the customers coming on board and interacting with everybody. We tell stories about the park, but the nice thing about it is you take time and you hear the passenger stories as well, and it's really a great experience.
What are some things that people may not realize when it comes to the folks who visit the train? I mean, I'm sure people think, oh, they're just from around here, but yes, but no.
There's some, yes and no. I mean, we have some regulars that come in, once or twice a month just to ride the train. But then we have people coming from Cleveland, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. If people are coming into the area to visit, they tend to spend a day on the train with us.
What are some of the things you hear once they get back? What's their experiences like? What's the feedback?
A lot of them, well, especially the ones coming from like Pittsburgh, Cleveland area, they love going down through the park and seeing all the nature. They get excited when they see a deer crossing the tracks, or occasionally we'll see a bear or two running around.
Oh, wow.
It's especially in the springtime. You'll see cubs down through the park. They have a ball waving to people. You see the fishermen in the Oil Creek, fly fishing, and people are waving and having a good time with that.
Is that one of those things, where, especially the ones from the city that come up? Do they just kind of sit back and go, "This is like beautiful"? When they see that, like, time stands still to a degree, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Not
yes.
for us, but for them.
Yeah,
It's second nature for us.
They love the views and the experience going down through there.
And this is an area where it's not the same all the time, is it? You've got the change of the seasons that really helps
Right.
with the variety.
Right. Yeah. Like we're coming into spring. You're going to start seeing, like I said, you'll see bear cubs. You'll see fawns. You'll start seeing the ducks nesting, things like that along the creek. But then as we move through summer, it really greens up. A lot of flowers and just beautiful colors down through. And then of course the fall train rides.
Sure.
One of our biggest draws of the season is the fall foliage tours, and you see all kinds of different changes.
Oh, excuse me, Todd. What's the biggest season that you guys have? Your busiest, I should say.
I'm going to say probably the fall season is our
figured.
busiest. We run 3 days or 4 days a week. At that point, on the weekends we're doing 2 trains a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is this one of those times of year where before everything gets real green, you can really see a little bit, a ways away from the train into the woods?
Yes, you see down through the woods. You can almost picture what the valley looked like back in the days of the oil discovery and everything. It's a lot easier telling the stories about the different towns and villages that used to stand as you went down through the park.
Well, what are some of the more common questions you get from visitors?
Well, a lot of them want to talk about how it looked back in the 1860s and 1880s when this was all cleared out and everything. And they ask about the derricks as we come down in Petroleum Center. You've got the derricks on the hills. They love to talk about that. But then a lot of them are just fascinated with the animals, and they want to talk about, the different animals. Now, I have had a couple younger children that have, asked me where the dinosaurs are. So that's always fun.
Did you say Bob Archer retired?
I didn't want to get into that.
I'm sure you get a lot of nature photographers that love to bring their cameras on board.
Yeah, we get some nature photographers. They'll get on the open car at the back of the train and take all kinds of photos up and down the tracks.
We need to talk about that because that's a great opportunity too, the open car.
Yes, yeah, the open car, that's where once we get down into the park, we open it up. People can walk out. It's an older car that they can stand on, they can walk around, look at, get a better view of the park.
What an experience.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have people that come down and they'll go on that open car and stay there the whole trip. They'll just stand on the open car and go back and forth.
Some other tidbits of information with the OC&T Railroad. Is it the only running railroad that has a post office or
yes,
a place to mail?
Yeah, we have. It's the only operational rail post office in the country.
Wow.
You can fill out. We have postcards. You can fill out postcards. We hand cancel the stamps. We have the mailbox right on the train, and so you can send yourself a postcard to.
I was I don't want to say furious, but I was down at the was it the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum?
Yes.
In Strasbourg.
Yes.
Oh.
Beautiful, amazing. Have you ever been there?
I have not been there.
Oh, it's great. They have this poster though that showcased like the last remaining train that you could send mail, and I'm like, no, that's not right. So I'm going into the gift shop saying, hey, you might want to double check that. That's not right.
Wrong.
It's wrong.
You're lying to these people.
Yes.
Yeah, false advertising.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just saying, Todd, you may want to take a trip down, educational experience, and
Take some photos with them.
Yes.
Take some photos of the rail car with us.
Yes, and maybe get that fixed. But no, and again, I'm sure you get folks who love trains. I'm sure you get folks who've never been on a train.
Yes, yeah, a lot of first-time riders. And it's amazing. You'll see people in their 60s and 70s, and they'll come on the train and they say, "This is the first time I've ever ridden a train," and it's it's really surprising.
School tours.
School tours start next week. We're going to be running Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with that. I don't know which schools are coming in yet, but for a couple of weeks we'll be doing nothing but school tours during the week. And
Is that fun?
it is. It's a lot of fun. Well, every train ride's fun.
Yeah.
That one thing about, I'm on that train, every weekend, up and down, sometimes twice a day. I never get tired of riding. It's just...
What a fringe benefit.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
But you said really it's the people that also make it an experience. So every ride's different for you.
That's right. Yeah, it's never the same for me.
Yeah.
Todd, how much research do you have to do in order to be able to do a tour?
Well, so on the train we do have some pre-recorded stories that go down through the valley. But then we have some guys that are on the train that are old railroad people. So they'll tell stories and talk to people about the cars and the history of the railroad and things like that. Then we have some on board the train that are big into the Oil Creek or the discovery of oil, the state park and things like that. So each one of us has a little bit of a niche of what we talk about.
Okay.
I'm amazed too, Todd, the list of special events that happen throughout the year, because it's not like it's just one or two big events. There's a lot of things that go on.
We try to have a special event at least once a month, sometimes twice a month.
Wow.
May, actually, we don't start our regular runs until June, but May, we're just filled with special events right now.
So you just got done with the Peter Cottontail Express?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great turnout, 480 passengers, which... after last year, now that we're able to allow more passengers on the train, it was great to see that we were able to sell out the train on the first weekend like that.
And we don't need to get into this, but the last couple of years, obviously challenging for you guys just as well as everybody else. But would people be surprised at how many riders ride a season?
Oh, yes. I don't have the exact numbers, but even last year when we weren't at full capacity, we were selling out the train every weekend. So 2 days on the weekend, and we're getting 200 to 300 passengers.
Jeez.
And
wow.
So over the course of the run, I'm not good with numbers, like 4 billion people, something like
I
that.
was thinking 4.5.
4.5? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just got done with Peter Cottontail Express, but you have Mother's Day?
Yeah, Mother's Day is going to be we're doing Mother's Day on May 7th. We're going to be a day early.
Yeah,
But that way, you take your mom on the train and then take her out to breakfast the next day after you spend the night at the Caboose Motel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people might want to take their mothers on the train and just leave them. And then...
Just so you don't throw mama from the train.
Yeah.
No, what a movie.
How did I not think of that?
I know.
Good Todd. The school tours, Memorial Day weekend events. This is something that's newer, wine tasting.
Yes. So we have a wine train coming up on May 20th.
Wow.
Mazzata Winery from Gibsonia, PA will be up to host it for us. And what that is they bring on different flavors of wine. You taste the wine as you go down, as we ride down through the park and come back. And then once you get back to the station, you have the opportunity to buy wine from the winery.
That's amazing. It's been a lot of fun.
It's a great time. And again, we get a lot of people. It's not just locals that come in for the wine train. We get them from all over the place.
That's well received, needless to say.
Yes. Last year when we first tried it, we had actually sold out every wine train for the season before the train started running. So
that's an event you bring back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Let's do this real quick. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream Television and on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Now, some of these events have been going on for a couple years, for a number of years, I should say, and they're spectacular. Father's Day, we don't want to leave fathers out.
Yeah, there's Father's Day event.
The World War II weekends.
Yes, that's a great experience. We have the World War II reenactors come in on Friday night. They usually set up camp around the train station. And then on Saturday when we do the train ride, they actually reenact on the train. So when you go down, you're on a train that is held by German soldiers. As you go down through that, you'll see American soldiers attacking the train. We get down into Rin Farm where we do a turnaround. They'll actually reenact a battle there. And then on the way back, the Americans will have the train and the Germans will be attacking back into the...
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah. And this year, I believe City of Titusville is doing a lot more with the World War II weekend. I believe they're having some things going on in the parks and things like that to build on what we're doing with the train.
You're so used to hearing Civil War reenactments, so to hear now World War II,
yes.
You know.
And I'll tell you, it's fantastic. I mean,
it is. And these reenactors, they come from all over the place. They make the trip in. We have people coming in from Massachusetts even that reenact.
It's their own culture. It really is.
Yeah.
Gear to vehicles to, it is top notch.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and even if you're not riding the train that weekend, come down, walk around the campsites, and see all the military equipment stuff they have set up.
Luke, real quick, as somebody, I just moved back, and I remember when we were kids, and they always did like the murder mystery.
Yes. So we do the murder mystery train.
Those were so popular.
Yeah,
And
we're doing them.
still are. They sell out like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're doing them once a month. No surprise, Mays is already sold out. We're actually starting to increase the size of passengers that we can do on the murder mystery train. But so May is sold out. June 18th is the next one. I believe we're getting close to filling up that one as well.
Oh, okay.
But again, just like last year when we announced them, we sold out the whole season. In April or May, we had the whole season of Murder Mysteries sold out.
Wow. Yeah, it's incredible. It's just, well, again, it shows you how well done these events are.
Yes.
It's first class.
It is. And of course, you get in the fall and Halloween season. It's
absolutely.
all that stuff's even heightened. You mentioned just October, a beautiful time to be riding anyways.
Right.
Halloween train rides, Santa trains. I mean, there's really a lot throughout the year.
Yes, yeah, and we do a Christmas in July, so Santa shows up in July for a train ride as well.
Wow. And by the way, you mentioned just coming down and just seeing what's going on. Perry Street Station. Talk about how beautiful that is and what folks can find there.
Okay, so Perry Street Station, it's a combination museum/gift shop. So you can go in there, you see pictures, you see all kinds of history about the discovery of oil, what it looked like in the oil valley back in the 1800s. You can purchase, obviously, nice merchandise to support the train.
Yeah.
You know, we've got shirts, we've got mugs, we've got just about anything you can think of. Of course, we've got trains. So, you know, if you need a train for that special child, we have it there for you.
As soon as they get off the ride, Mom,
I know, it's a nice token. Yeah, Mom, I want that.
Yeah.
And they make great Christmas gifts, by the way. So start your
They-
shopping
yeah,
early.
if you're doing your Christmas shopping, I mean, we're not open in December usually. So, well, we're only open on the 1 or 2 of the days in December. So get your Christmas shopping early, buy the train now.
Yeah, that's right. Or all the other cool stuff that's available in there. The other part of that, too, just the whole total experience, the Caboose Motel side of things.
Yes.
I have a friend who every time they come up, they visit from Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
maybe once a month or every couple months, and they stay, and the kids just love it.
Yeah. I haven't stayed in the caboose yet. Now Memorial Day weekend, we have a lot of events going on then. I'm actually staying in the Caboose Motel.
Are you?
Yeah. The commute back to Guys Mills is just going to be
Too much. Just
Yeah.
too much, man. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get the train done and everything, and we'll be done probably about 11 o'clock at night. And we need to be back over at 8 o'clock in the morning to get things ready to go again. So
But what a great experience. So if you're looking to make it a full weekend, and by the way, it's not like it's one of those things where you do it and then have like this all weekend thing. I mean, there's a lot to explore and discover there. So
Yeah.
you can spend the whole weekend enjoying the outdoors and the train and the museum and all of that.
Even you can get on the trail and walk the trail down through from the train.
We're so lucky, fortunate to have that.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Was it usually around Oil Festival time? Is that when the speeders come out?
So the speeders are coming out a couple times this year. They'll be out in May.
Okay.
And then they'll be out again in August. We've already sold out the May,
Really?
and I think August is sold out as well. Where, and for those that don't know, the speeders are the small. Back in the past, they used to do maintenance and stuff like that on the tracks. Well, the speeders have become a club of guys that have bought these old maintenance cars, and they run up and down the tracks. And twice a year, we open it up to where people can actually ride on the speeders with the operators.
Is that the one where you...
No, they're gas powered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
they have them, and they customize them to look like little fire trucks and tow trucks and things like that. It's
Yeah.
but like so some will hold 2 people, some can hold 4. But yeah, we've actually sold those out for this year, so we're not going to have any more until next year now.
That's
Another
incredible.
little niche there
Yeah.
that people love.
Yeah.
Is it fun discussing ideas, for these special events?
Oh yes, we try to listen to the passengers. If they have an idea for an event, we'll write it down, and then we'll talk about it. A few years ago, we started what was called Brew Chew, which was the brewery come on the train and serve, do beer tasting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now we're calling it Taps on Tracks. And we're getting ready for that.
That's awesome.
We're starting to sell tickets for that as well. So again, if that's your thing, you might want to.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Your marketing department is...
We're trying. We're
Pretty clever.
We're all volunteers.
Pretty
We're just,
clever.
we're coming up with this.
Are you?
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. It seems like there's not a dull moment for you.
No, it's something going all the time.
Yeah, there's a real passion and love there.
Yes, it is.
Well, Todd, what's the best way for folks to get more information, to call, stop in, website?
So we of course they're on Facebook. Oil Creek and Ticeville Railroad website. Oil Creek and Ticeville. Just Google Oil Creek and Ticeville Railroad.
OCTTRR.org.
There you go.
OCTT.
You have the cheat sheet over there. I do.
Yeah, you're right. You need it.
I see why I look so smart up there.
It's just an act.
It's just...
The phone number is 814-676-1733.
And folks can call to learn more. And again, it's one of those things, Todd. If you got relatives coming in, you got the big family reunions coming back this year, or if you just want to bring your family in for the weekend and have a nice vacation, you better call and get something scheduled because a lot of this stuff's
If you
filling
want to
up.
volunteer,
Yes.
please call that number. And one other thing, if I got time,
Yep.
we also offer, it's little known, we offer livery service for bikes and kayaks. So if you come into Ticeville and want to kayak down Oil Creek, we will pick you up in Petroleum Center with your kayak and bring you back to Titusville.
They're covering all the bases.
Same way with bicycles. You ride the trail down through the park. You don't want to ride back. Petroleum Center, we pick you up, we bring you back into Titusville on the train.
There's no excuse not to have fun in this region.
Yeah,
and this
not
is
at all.
one of the clear tell signs right here.
Todd, will you come back?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Good to see you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That was awesome.